Alrighty, okay, we're gonna do a super simple project today, and basically all we're doing is recovering a journal from the dollar store. So I just found some paper that I really love. It's by Nathalie, Lete. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. It is, her name is Belle. And then I don't know which direction they go. That way or the other way, I don't know. Nathalie Lete. Okay, and this was out of her book called CraftThe Seasons. So there's paper in there that you can work with. And then let's see. You're going to need some, where is it? You're going to need a journal. These ones I got from Dollar Tree, and they have the grid, but it's like gray, so it's nice and pale. I think these were, I think regular they're $3. I got them for $1.50 each, so I bought a whole bunch of them, and yeah, so Dollar Tree. And then you're going to need some double-sided tape, and you're going to need your paper. Okay. All right. So, super cute. I also used this paper. Hang on one sec. Let me go find it. Okay. So, we're making this on Patreon. It's so fun. Okay. So, these are, not that. These are some little cards that I downloaded off of Etsy. I'll put the link below. And I had printed them out, and then I flipped the paper and I printed this paper background on them. And then I edged with Tim Holtz pine needles. Okay. So, these go with my Lenormand study journal. And then when I'm studying each card, I copy it out and then just stick it to the top of the page there. Okay? So that's that. Now we are going to take this off. This is a good paper because it's kind of glossy, but it's a good paper to use, like for, if you turn that over, to use as a belly band inside a book. You could even cover it, you know, with some nice paper and then do that. So I kind of like to try and use packaging in different ways so that it's not so incredibly wasteful. Okay, so all we're going to do is, oh, don't fight. There are little cats that are fighting a little bit there. So what we're going to do is, I want this to, I'm just going to put, no, I'm not. I'm going to open up the cover, okay, and I'm just going to make a mark. So this is where my corner is going to be, okay. So I can actually cut it, like cut this section out here, and then again at the bottom. If you cut it, oh, excuse me. If you cut it at an angle like that, these pieces won't overlap when you fold them down, so it takes away some of the bulk. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. There. Okay, and now I'm just going to take this edge and fold it down. You can use a bone folder here. I left mine upstairs. And then do it on the bottom as well. And then on the side there. Okay. Alright. And then if you find some overlapping here, you can just nip some of that off there. Okay, it just kind of helps with the bulk. That's all. Okay. Alright. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is cover this. You can use glue. I'm just going to use double-sided tape for now. So, and then one of the places that I really want to make sure that I get that tape down is on, of course, on the edges. You want to make sure that you've got glue or something down in the center here so that it doesn't bubble up on you. But one of the places that I really want it is on the seams, on the folds. For sure I want it there. Just because it makes the paper a little bit stronger. So there's less chance of the edges kind of, you know, paper cracks, right? It just gives it that little bit of extra strength. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. You don't even need to do the whole thing, right? Like just kind of, you know, skip a few spaces, right? There. So I'm just going to peel the backing off this tape. You can rub it down a bit and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay my journal down where my folds are. Can't see. Okay. And just like that. I actually could put the tape on the cover and then put the paper on too. It might be easier. Okay. Okay. So let's try it this way. And I'll just put it on the cover. So I'll do this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that was definitely easier. Okay, so just going to put that on there like that. Let me open it up. And then I'm just going to just snip here and there. And then we'll just put the tape on the edges. Very excited because I ordered what's it called? It's like a tea leaf oracle. So it's coming today, I hope. It's supposed to. And then I'll do a walkthrough of that. And then I think maybe I will use this journal as my study guide for that oracle. So you're going to need, depending on your journal, you're going to need 2 pieces. Well, I did like full 8.5 by 11 sheets for this size journal. But you're going to need, you know, something that'll cover the front and the back. And then you're going to need something for the insides of the covers. Okay? And then the other thing that you can do too is you can also put a pocket at the back or the front, right? So say you take something like this after this is covered and you can make a little pocket. Maybe we'll do that. And then you can make some little tabs to match your journal and you can just put them in your little pocket here. Okay, let's see. Where's my other papers? So I didn't want to do this one exactly the same as my other journal because I already have one like that. Okay. This is the border from when I printed it out, and I don't want that on there. I didn't get that quite down far enough, but it's gonna have to stay like that for now. Okay, so now I don't want this to be right smack up against this where the signature is attached there, because then it'll be hard to open and close it. So I want it to be a little bit, pull it a little bit away from there. Okay. A pencil. I should use a pencil. Okay. And then I'm going to slide this down a little bit. Cut that there. Oh, puppy. Sorry, my little cat. She's managed to get outside, but for some reason she's too fat to get back inside. Come on. She's a tubby little thing. She's so cute. Sometimes we call her Puffy. Puppy, I see a fat little cat. Okay. All right. So, here we go. And that looks like it's going to be about right. So I'm going to have to get my corner rounder. But I'm also going to... cut the other piece to size. Now, I should have cut myself another, or printed out another one of these for the spine. You could use like fabric or like a wide ribbon. I'm just going to use the contrasting paper. Okay, I'm gonna go find my corner rounder and print off another sheet of this, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've just got my papers right here. I'm going to use my biggest corner rounder there. Okay, and I did the two of them at the same time. This is We Are Memory Keepers. I got this on Amazon. I can put a link down below. I'll also put a link below for Nathalie's book. Okay, now, I mean, I wasn't overly, finicky about my corners here. You can get more precise if you like, right? And then what I'm gonna do here, so again, I'm just going to put the tape on here, and I'm going to put it on the inside, the paper on the insides of the covers, and then I'll come back to you and we'll do the spine, and we'll make a cute little pocket. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so now we're gonna make our pocket. Don't mind my messy scoreboard. This is like feeling kind of weird and awkward to me today because I've got some huge Patreon projects going on upstairs on my desk, so I'm just doing this downstairs on the coffee table. And yeah, so I have some different colors of cardstock here. You can get these. Where did I get these? I think I got this size, these ones. I think they're 5x7. I think I got those ones from Walmart. And I think I got these ones. I got the 6x6 from Amazon. So, and they're all different thicknesses, like, and textures and whatnot of different papers. Okay, the ones from Walmart are like a thin recipe card type cardstock, and they're all smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to use one of these. Let's see, because I like the way those colors go together. Okay, so that's going to be my inside pocket. I don't want it too deep because I'm going to be putting these little tags in it, and I don't want to be reaching, but I do want to leave myself a 1/2 inch on either side and the bottom to fold in to stick to the page, and then that way it'll make our pocket have some little bit of room in it instead of being completely flat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1/2 inch score on either side. And then I think I would like my pocket maybe at 4 inches deep. So I'm going to go at 4 and then 4.5. Okay, now can you see that? I'm going to cut this excess off. All right. Now, and you can see the corner here. Let me draw a line. Okay, the score marks are here like that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut straight across from at the very point of that score mark. And then I'm going to take a teeny little piece, pie-shaped piece, from the edge of the paper or the score line, just a little bit like that. Okay. Okay. Now, you can see here where the score line is. This is a valley, and on this side, it's a mountain. Can you see that? It's raised on this side. You want to fold. You don't want to fold the valley in. You want to fold that out so that the mountain is on the other side of your fold. Okay. For some reason, you get less breakage that way. Okay. Okay. There. Now, because this is going to be a tab pouch, I think that I'm going to use my tab punch to cut a tab shape. Okay, so there's my tab pouch. All right, now, where did I put my book? Oh. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. There's one I was working on. There it is. Okay, so we still have to put the spine on this one, but I'm just going to tuck this little pocket in here. Glue is probably a better hold, but because I'm not at my desk right now, I'm just going to use the nice, easy, clean version. So I'll just use the double-sided tape. Okay. And I have another one, thankfully, right here. Okay. There. Okay. So, easy peasy. Oops, come on. And so then instead of, you know, gluing your piece of paper around here and it's snug to the page, this way of doing it gives you a little bit of wiggle room for your things in your pocket and your papers and your fingers and reaching in there, and then you have less chance of ripping the paper or your pocket. Okay, I'm just going to tuck it down right there, and I'm going to burnish this down a bit. Okay, so that's my pocket, right? And like I said, there's a little bit more wiggle room in here than there is if you just glue a piece of paper down. Okay, so now I'm going to cut off this border off the top and this side. It's kind of like a minimally measuring kind of project. Minimally. So I'm just going to take a, let's see, I'm just going to take this piece of paper here because I know the edge of it is straight, and I'm going to lay it across the bottom here, line it up so that I know it's going to be straight. And then I can kind of continue on a little bit there. Okay. All right. And then I'll cut that piece off. Okay, now that's as long as we want it. Now, how wide do we want it? So we're gonna do, maybe we'll do like, say, let's do, I'm gonna line it up with, let's just line it up over here with the 9. You can do any number. And I'm just gonna go, I think I want like about that much covering the edge of the journal, but I really like this pattern, so I think I'm gonna move over a little bit and do, let's see, how much do I want to do? I want to do, why don't we do it at 1 inch, and let's do it at 1.5 inches. Yeah. So I'm going to make this 1.5 inches, okay? But then I also have to keep, so I want I want 1.5 inches of this covered, okay? Then you have to take into consideration your spine, right? And then the other 1.5 inches on that side. So that's going to be that's going to be 3.5 inches. Okay. So 3.5. All right. Okay. And I'm not really going to bend it. I don't want to bend it. I don't want to fold. I don't want to fold. I want a slight bend. Just slightly. Just so that I can kind of work it a bit and see where this is going to go. Okay? So... okay. And just kind of wiggle it so that it's about where you want it. Okay. Do a little press there. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to put my double-sided tape on here. And absolutely, if you want a longer lasting book, you're going to want to use glue. A good glue. Lots of people use Fabri-Tac. There are some really good glues out there you can use. The Fabri-Tac dries almost immediately, so that's a really good product to use, just because you don't want to have like your wet cover coming up on you. You want it to stick down immediately, so you're not stuck there all day waiting for it to dry before you can go to the next step. Because if you're like me, you don't like waiting. I don't. I do not. Okay, now I'm going to try and find my slight fold there. And just kind of slightly bend it there. Okay. So, why was this easier before? I'm just going to lay it right down inside that little valley. Now, if you screw it up and you're quick, you can lift it up and position it. There might be a better way to go about it, like that. There. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's so lovely. There. I mean, it's not exactly completely straight, but it's all right. And then if there's any excess, you can just kind of nip that off. Okay. So, there. All in all, I think it turned out rather well. Now you can take the scraps and you can turn them into matching, let's get this white off of here. You can turn these into matching tabs for your journal. You don't need a tab punch. You can just cut out little pieces. You could cut out round pieces if you have. Well, that wasn't very good. That needs to be sharpened. You can cut out round, like if you've got a round hole punch, and cut them in half. That would be cute. You can just nip off little pieces, little square rectangle pieces. Oh, you could use stickers. Whatever you like. Okay, so I think this one is going to be for my tea leaf cards. I think that's really super cute. And then I'll probably put a photocopy of one of the cards right here on this front of this little pocket. Right? And there we go. I've got my tabs in there. And then if there's like maybe a thin instruction booklet, like a little white book, it might fit in here. I don't know. I'll probably put a title here. And, you know, I think what we'll do is, I think I'll do another, no, why don't I just add on to this video when the cards come? And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of keep going and lay out how we want this journal to go. I think I'll do that. Okay. All right. See you in a few.